Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Tracy Lee with Countryside Living. I am today going to be making a sage and lavender essential oil. So I went out to the garden and I picked all of my, well not all of them, but a lot of my herbs today. And I had a lot of sage. And I thought, what can I do with all of this sage besides drying it and putting it up? Well, I decided I am going to make lavender and sage essential oil. I love those two scents together. They just smell wonderful. So I am taking my herb here. I'm taking the leaves off. I'm going to put them in a clean, sterile jar right here. It's a bunch of the herb right there. Some of it is dry, some of it is fresh. And I'm going to go ahead and fill this jar up with sage and lavender. I'm going to mix it up real good. Then I'm going to add a carrier oil. And the carrier oil I'm going to use today is almond oil. This is an oil that you can use with making soap, but you can also use it with making other things as well. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. Or you can also use olive oil. So I'm going to go ahead and get this jar filled with the herbs, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to pour some almond oil over it. Alright, I have gotten the sage and the lavender, fresh herbs, put them in the jar here. I'm not making a big batch. This should be enough to fill probably a 2-ounce bottle. I put the oil and covered it. So what I'm going to do is put the lid on, and I'm going to put it in the cabinet, put it in the back away from all of the sunlight. I'm going to let it sit for 6 weeks, and then we're going to strain it, and we're going to bottle up the oil. So we will be checking back in on this in about 6 weeks. Okay, I forgot to say this, but you also want to make sure that you put a sticker on here and that you put your date on there. And that way you know in 6 weeks from that date when it will be ready. Alright, so this is the lemon balm right here that I did with brandy. It's got a really dark color to it. Look how beautiful, like an amber color to it. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. And it smells really good. Lemon balm is really good for stress, and it's really good for sleep. So that's going to be a fresh batch right there that I can add to my other. And the oil of oregano, it turned out wonderful. Has a beautiful, fragrant scent to it. This is going to be really good for antifungal, antibacterial. It's very good for your immune system. You could also probably even use this on salads. But it picked up the oregano flavor really good. So this is going to be, I'm quite proud at how this turned out. I'm going to go ahead and get my bottles ready and go ahead and get this ready to be packaged up. So I take the solution, the herbal solution, tincture or oil, and what I do is I put it through a strainer and drain it out into a bowl and get all of the oil or the alcohol out of the leaves and drain it, and then I put it back into a jar or another bowl where I can be able to pour it into the small dropper bottles that I have. So I'm going to try and get all of the rest of the oil out of here, and I'm going to then discard this. That is oregano, and I'm going to go ahead and then start pouring this back into a container where I can pour it into my little bottles.